Welcome guys to another battle report from Twisted Dice. Today we're down in the studio of Twisted Dice and we've got John has ventured himself all the way down, kindly graced us.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that. It's becoming a running joke. It's not fair. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, we've got a good game today, haven't we?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting lineup with Tau is on the menu.
Some fish.
Yeah, we've got some smelly fish on the menu. Not looking forward to it because we know how Tau at the moment are really good at the shooting.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff that John has shown me that he's brought along is making me quake in my boots a little bit, but I'm pretty confident that the list I'm going to be taking today can do something.
Yeah.
I'm confident, and that's all you can be, is be confident what you've got, and I'm pretty sure that I can do some damage to his Tau. Now, I know this is your tournament list, isn't it, John?
So I think this is a quick kind of safety warning, guys. So this is a hard game. So I've brought a very, very strong list. This is my London GT list. It's confirmed. It's what I will definitely be bringing. When you see this, it's probably going to be around that weekend. So you're probably going to be seeing it around that sort of time. And it's written to do the business. So it is filthy and it is horrible. So it's not for the faint-hearted. But I've kind of worked with Darren and we've tried kind of come up with something that is, we hope, is able to really do the business. It's quite a good counter for a lot of the stuff that I've got.
Yeah.
It's got some real teeth to it, and I think it's got the opportunity to do well. We're going to play pretty standard missions today.
So ideally, you don't want to lose to this list.
I don't want to lose to it, but actually, it'd be really. If I do lose to it, it'd actually be really good practice because I'll find out the limitations of the list. So I'm quite happy to lose because if I learn something from it, then that's great. And I think ultimately, you learn a lot more from a loss than you do from a win.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why I haven't won. That's why I haven't lost. I don't lose much because I don't learn very much. So I don't think that makes any sense.
Let's change that. Let's break a habit today, John.
Let's try and break a habit. Yeah. So we are playing Kill Confirmed.
Yes.
Maelstrom Mission, just straight out of the book. So it's kill points with Maelstrom Mission. So it should be quick. It should be quite fun. And
an enjoyable game.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So let's go and have a look at these armies, guys. Okay, so I'll go through my Tau force. Now it's split into two detachments. I have a battalion detachment and I have an outrider detachment. So we'll start off with the battalion detachment as majority of my force is in there. So my battalion detachment is the Tau Sept, and the Tau Sept means that I overwatch on 5s, and the greater good special rule also works on 5s, which is very, very handy, so it's quite tasty. So in here we have 3 HQs. So I have Darkstrider. Now Darkstrider is located down here. It's a third-party model through Wargaming exclusive. Pretty cool little likeness for Darkstrider, I think. So we've got Darkstrider, and I then have a commander. It's a Cold Star commander, and he is set up with his 2 2 sets of 2 fusion blasters, so 4 fusion blasters, which is pretty nice. And he's absolutely so quick, he'll fly across the board in no time and cause a lot of grief. I then have Long Strike, and Long Strike is piloting his hammerhead at the back, and with that he has got an ion cannon and the smart missile systems. He also has 1 seeker missile in there as well, just because I had a few extra points at the end. So going into troops, at the front we have 2 units of 10 fire warriors, just stock standard with their pulse rifles, and a unit of 19 Kroot. They perform quite well as a nice little bubble wrap, and the fact that they have their scout move is quite good to move out and kind of make that denial zone a little bit bigger. I then have 3 fireside marksmen, which are my own little conversions, and they're again very, very good at reliably hitting with their marker lights, and because they're characters they're quite difficult for Darren to get rid of, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. And then we have what you can't really miss at the back, which is lots and lots of tanks. So as well as Long Strike himself, he has got 3 hammerhead him. Those hammerheads all have the ion cannons and have the smart missile systems, so lots of ignores cover and don't need line of sight shenanigans there, and because of Long Strike they're hitting nice and effectively. So over on the right hand side we have my other detachment, which is a Bokan detachment, or Borkan, however you want to pronounce it. That is led by Fireblade. The Fireblade, again, is another third-party Wargames exclusive model, but I think represents the model pretty well. And that is going to be my Warlord for today. Her Warlord trait will be through Unity Devastation, which is a great little Warlord trait. It allows things within 6 inches on 6s to be -1 AP, which is pretty cool, and nice little added bonus. She also has the relic of the Pure Tide Neurochip, I think that's what it's called, and that will mean that I can recycle some command points. Hopefully on a 6 I can regain my my command point, and I can also do the same to Darren when he uses one. It's per stratagem rather than per CP, but still a handy little one to have up my sleeve. And as I said, she will be my Warlord. She then has, in her troops choice, she has 3 more units of 10 Fire Warriors, again all stock standard, and they will obviously have an additional range to their guns, because Borkan gives me an additional 6 inches to all rapid fire and heavy weaponry, so quite handy for Fire Warriors. I then have, in the fast support slots, I have a unit of 5 Pathfinders. The Pathfinders, again, stock standard, but they do have an accelerator drone, which again will increase the distance of Fire Warriors' range, which is quite handy. And I have a unit of 4 shield drones, and behind the shield drones is the main man himself, the Wyvara battlesuit Riptide variant. Very, very nasty. He has target lock and advanced targeting, so basically he can move and fire his heavy weapons with no penalty, and he also has an additional AP to his guns, making him very, very nasty. And that is actually 2,000 points on the nose. I didn't mention that there's a couple of smart missiles, sorry, not smart missiles, a couple of seeker missiles on some of the other hammerheads as well, just to fill out all my points. But yeah, that is 2,000 points on the nose of town nastiness.
Welcome to my 2,000 points for this game of the Tzeentch Demons mixed in with the Thousand Suns. So I've got 2 battalions going on in this army. For the first battalion, I'm going with the Thousand Suns. For my HQ, we're going to go with Ahriman. So given the Warlord trait where it gives them the free up invuln. For the second HQ choice, I'm going with the Demon Prince with the claws. For my Supreme Heavy, I'm going with Magnus. For the troops, I've gone with 2 squads of 10 Chaos Cultists, bare bones, and then 1 squad of 20 Rubric Marines with 2 Soul Cannons. So for my heavy support, I'm going with a Leviathan, going with the Butcher's Cannons, going with the Drill, and he's also got a Melter Gun in the claw, and not forgetting, of course, the lovely 2 Flamers in his chest, which is really handy. Moving over to the Demons, we're going with, again, another battalion. Got 2 Heralds, and then I've got 1 squad of 18 of the Pink Horrors, and then 2 squads of Brimstones, 1 squad of 10, 1 squad of 11, which is giving me a nice command points of 13, which hopefully is going to work in my favour.
What relics you got?
Relics, we're going with... so relics, for the Demon Prince, we're going to go with the Helm of the Third Eye, which allows me to... is going to be cheeky with the command points. So for the deployment, John placed the first model down. You see they're nicely castled up in the backwater at the moment. And then for the Thousand Suns, Magnus is on the aggressive. Cultists are hiding away at the top, taking 1 objective. Second cultist squad is hiding down behind here, taking another. Hopefully trying to steal the objectives as they pop up. And the rest are just hiding down here. Thousand Suns have used 4 command points, put in 3 units into reserves, 1 Herald, Pink Horrors, and the Rubik Marines.
So as said in the introduction, we are playing Kill Confirmed, which is Maelstrom, so 6 objectives. So we'll just go over where those objectives are placed. So we have 1 that is down here, the number 6. We have, scrolling over here, we have the number 3, which is just outside of where the Kroot are. We have number 1, not too far away from the back line of Fire Warriors there. And then moving over onto the Thousand Suns side of the board, we have 1 objective by Magnus up here, I believe, Darren?
That's correct.
So just over here is the number 4. We then have another objective that is hiding down here by the disused crates, number 2. And then I believe the cultists are cowering by another one over here.
That's it.
We have the objective 5 down there. So pretty spread to the 2 deployment zones. Not very much in the centre of the board. Both armies, you know, making sure that they can make the most of those early Maelstrom cards if those particular objectives come up. So both the armies are deployed. So we'll now go into that all-important role. Okay guys, so you've seen the forces deployed, you've seen where the objectives are, you know what the mission is. Now we go into that all-important role. Now I think both armies really need this. So let's go for it. I've got the purple dice, Darren's got the blue. Let's go for it.
Going in strong.
Darren so far has first turn. He also gets +1 to it, so it will be a 6. So that's very good. I am going to try and seize the initiative. I think it's the right thing to do. So let's try and see if we can seize the initiative.
Thank God on that.
Do not seize the initiative, which should hopefully be a good test for me, because I think first turn would have been not much fun for Darren. So we'll now go into turn 1 for the Thousand Suns.
So the 3 objective cards that are pulled this turn: Secure Objective Marker 5, which I've definitely got with the Cultists. Defend Objective Marker 1, which is going to be difficult because that is on John's side. Hit it surrounded by Tau. And then the last one for the Dark Gods. So score a victory point if I kill an enemy unit or make them fail a morale test. I reckon I can do that.
So just as a prompt, we are using the Chaos Space Marine cards rather than the Thousand Sun ones. Darren seems to have lost his generic pack, so we're going to go with these. Ultimately, it should still be a lot of fun, and it's pretty thematic. They're still chaos, so anything that becomes a problem, we'll discard and redraw. The majority of them we think will be absolutely fine, so we're going to play with those. So let's see what the Chaos Space Marines, or should I say the Thousand Suns, can do.
So for the Thousand Suns movement, we'll start off over here. The Cultists have held back. They want to keep Objective Marker 5 for the objective. Second lot of Cultists haven't moved. They need to stay put just in case we get Objective number 4 pop up. Down below we've advanced the Brimstones, pulling those forward. The Herald has advanced as well, so he's just behind the back of the Brimstones. Araman has moved himself up as well, and then over to the other side.
Gimpy Prince.
John's favourite Demon Prince. He's pulled himself up behind the Brimstones. We're not going to advance him just yet, so there's a lot of firepower that potentially could hurt him. Livy's pulled himself forward, and of course, good our friendly neighbour Magnus has pulled himself right up to the crew. Going to be a bit brave on the Overwatch, but let's hope we can pull something off.
Right guys, so going into the Psychic phase, the all-important Thousand Suns and Tzeentch Demon phase, shall we say. This is where they are going to absolutely dominate this phase, and there's very little I can do. So what are we kicking off with, Darren?
So first of all, we're going to go with the Demon Prince over here. He's going to cast, we're going to go with Warp Time first of all. Sorry, Prescience first of all, which is Warp Charge 7. So I'm going to re-roll the 1.
Because you're within range of Magnus, yeah. So I believe that's a fail, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a fail. It doesn't go off.
It's not a great start, is it?
And
what's next?
We're going to go with Warp Time next. He's going to cast Warp Time onto the Livy.
Okay, nice one.
Or would it be better? Yeah, no, we'll do that.
Okay, here we go. It's another fail at the moment. Is it 5? No, is it 5 or is it 6?
No, Warp Time is 6.
6, okay. So we can re-roll the ones.
There you go.
And that's a 6. So that's a converted. So now he can immediately move again. So the Leviathan has moved up. He's just trying to keep the aura from the Demon Prince, but also give him an opportunity to potentially use his Flamer and give him options of the charge. So good move there, Darren. What's next up?
So we're going to go with the Herald. We're going to go to the Gaze of Fate, go for the reroll.
Nice.
The free cheeky reroll, which goes off.
Goes off. So he has 1 free reroll this turn. So it's basically like a 3 command point, which is very nice.
I think that's pretty good. Second.
What's next up?
So going next, we're going to go with Magnus.
Yeah.
So first of all, we're going to go with the Weavers of Fate.
Okay.
Definitely.
So nice roll. What does that do?
So that's going to give you the +1 invuln.
Tasty. So he's up to a 3 up invuln.
That's needed.
Absolutely.
So the next one, I'm going to go with the Glamour of Tzeentch.
Okay.
So it's going to be the -1 to hit on himself.
Tasty.
I thought it was going to be a double then.
Yeah, well Magnus is very reliable anyway because he is getting +2 currently, but that's yeah. But no, we do not want perils, even though Magnus can ignore perils on 2+. But that's successfully got off as well, so he's -1 to hit now. Yeah.
That's it. So
lovely. And what's he going to do with his 3rd power? Okay, so and Magnus now his 3rd power. What are we going with?
We're going to go with Smite.
Okay, so this will be targeting the Kroot. So he gets +2, which brings him up to 11. So that will be 2d6 mortal wounds. Brutal stuff.
So big numbers.
Wow, that's pretty big. So that is 9. So that will be 9 Kroot bite the dust. Okay, so I have removed the Kroot. Hopefully that means now I've taken my Kroot away from any chance of being flamed by the Leviathan. But I've still got some Kroot here that can easily be charged by Magnus. Which will give some options. We also have a massive, great big gap now, so these guys are going to have to move together, which could be a bit of a nuisance for me, depending on what happens in morale phase. But anyway, do you know what's coming up next?
So we're going to go with Araman next.
Okay.
We're going to go with the Inferno Gaze first.
Go for it.
So still those dice.
So re-rolling ones.
Which is important. So for a 6, which is a 7, so I only need Warp Charge 5.
Yep, gets it off.
Yep.
And
cool.
What does that do?
So with this one, got to select an enemy unit within 18 inches, the visible one, to roll 3 dice, target suffers a mortal wound on a 4+.
Are you in range?
So that's
18 inches of the Kroot. I'm not sure whether you are. We'll measure it up and come back. Okay, so yeah, we've just measured it up, and he can target the Pathfinders, which is a great target for him. Try and eliminate some of those early marker lights. So he rolls 3 dice, and on 4+, they're mortal wounds. So that's decent, because that's 2 that go through, so that'll be 2 dead Pathfinders.
Last but not least, we'll go with Araman with Smite.
Yeah, it gets it off because he's got +1, so that will be D3. So do you want to roll? Okay, so that'll be 3 more Kroot. I think Kroot still look like the closest target they will be. So we'll remove the Kroot. And is that the end of the Psychic phase for you?
That is the end of Psychic.
Right, it's a pretty good start for Thousand Suns.
Going into shooting, we're going to go with the Livy, and the Leviathan is going to shoot into Captain Pony Pants in the back.
So he's going to shoot to long strike, was that translation?
Yeah, a dead strike.
We'll see.
I hope so.
We'll see. Right.
So needing 4s because I have moved. It is a heavy weapon. Needed Presidents to go off. Which
No,
didn't.
needing 3s. He hits on 2s, Leviathan.
Of course, yes.
Come on, Darren, get your rules. Hashtag know your rules. Go for it.
But you nearly benefited from that.
I know, but that wouldn't be very fair, would it? Okay, so not a bad roll. Looks like you've only dropped 3.
Yeah, but get re-roll 2 of them because they're within the bubble of him.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's cool.
So just drop 3 in all. So what's that, 5 hits? Yeah. Strength?
Strength 8.
Okay, so wounding on 3s, toughness 7 for long strike. Okay, so that's 2 misses, 3 get through with a minus of -1.
-1.
Okay.
I've got that free re-roll. I'm debating now whether or not to use it.
Just thinking whether it's a good time for the re-roll.
Because that could be important at this point. I know I'm going to regret this afterwards because Maggie's probably going to need it. That's going to be the thing. Yeah, I'm going to use it.
Can you use a free re-roll? He doesn't convert it, so typical. So I have 3 saves. Normally long strike has a 3 up, so he's down to a 4 up.
Come on, fail all of them.
So 2 get through. It's 2 damage each, I believe.
It, so 4 damage.
So 4 damage down on long strikes. Good start. Okay, so we've got one more bit of shooting, just a little bit of melter action from the Fist of the Leviathan, going into the Pathfinders that reduced to 3 men. So that's a hit, and anything buts, that's a wound. 1 Pathfinder is disintegrated by the melter, and I believe that is the end of your shooting. Is that correct?
That's it.
Okay, so we are into the charging phase, and we're definitely going to have a fair bit of Overwatch here, but Magnus is nominating the unit of Fire Warriors here.
That's it.
So these unit of Fire Warriors, he's going to try and charge in. We've measured it up. He needs a 9-inch charge. Do you want to roll that off for us, Darren, see if you make it in before I attempt to try and pelt you with some Overwatch? And he doesn't make it. Are you going to use a command point?
Yeah, I'm going to use a command point.
He's going to use a command point. He needs an 8. He needs a 9. He gets an 8. He fails. He does not make it. So miraculously, even after failing the charge and taking a hell of a lot of Overwatch from a massive chunk of the Tau Force, Magnus takes no damage. The Leviathan takes no damage, but nothing makes it in. So we'll now go into the morale phase and see whether I lose any troops, whether Darren can pick up that all-important first blood. Okay, so we've got some leadership tests to make. So the Pathfinders, leadership 6, and they have lost 3. So that will be both of them dead. I am going to use a command point because I do not want to lose a unit that easily. So just lose the 1. Okay, so that's 1 of them gone, which leaves me 1 Pathfinder. I then have the...
So before you go any further, that 1 command point.
Oh, yeah.
Cheeky and see if I
can... Good shout. No, and I will also roll it for my 1. And I do, so I do get my command point back, which is handy. Thank you for reminding us, Darren. And then we'll go on to the crew. So just worked it out, I've lost 12. Leadership 6, so I'm already definitely losing 6. So we'll see what we get. 1, so we're okay. So we have 1 crew remaining. So yep, so looking at it, in fact, just by scoring that 1, there's nothing I could do. I had to auto pass it if I was going to go for that, but I'm not going to use that stratagem. I'm going to allow the Thousand Suns to take the first blood. So that will be first blood. The crew are down.
So at the end of the round, I've scored Adjective Marker 5, thanks to these lovely cultists, and I have got for the Dark Gods, because we did get something to fail its morale test, and we did destroy a unit, so that's a point there, and we've also got first blood as well. I'm going to get rid of the Defend Adjective Marker 1, only because where it is, it's going to be a pain, and I need something, hopefully pull some better cards next turn.
So the missions for Tau, turn 1. Secure objective 6, which is over here by Darkstrider, which is really, really handy. We then have Assassinate, which is kill a character. If I kill 3, I can get D3, which is nice. And Area Denial, which is I need to clear the enemy from the centre of the board. That is never going to happen because, actually, pretty much that's where all the 1,000 Suns are. So that's not a great card, but we'll see what we can do anyway. We've got to cause some damage, so we're going to try and see what we can clear off. We've got a hell of a lot of shooting. The chaff has very well and truly been cleared. Now we're going to see what damage we can do. The main mission of today, kill Magnus. If we can kill Magnus, that gives us some breathing room. If we let the big bird carry on, he's going to cause havoc next turn. He has -1 to hit and he has a 3-up invuln. So he's going to take quite a lot of punishment before he goes down, but I have a lot of shooting and we will be unleashing every bit of power the greater good can do. Right guys, so we're coming back at the end of movement and not very much has moved, and I will let you know why in a minute. So the things that have moved is the unit of fire warriors that was over there has kind of shuffled along here, just trying to make sure I've got like a little bit of a screen for the commander. The White-Eyed has jumped over the big generator and is also close to his drones that have advanced to make sure they've got a screen in front of him as well. Now everything else, this unit of fire warriors is also shuffled across, but everything else has stayed stationary, and that is because I have put into effect the Cayenne ability from the commander. So what that means is once per game, if the commander does not move, I can nominate to use this ability. Every unit now within 6 inches of the commander that is on the same sept will be getting full rerolls. The mission is to take down Magnus. We need to do everything we possibly can to make that as effective as it possibly can be. So that's the mission.
So proper cheese now.
Proper cheese. So we have called deep upon the cheese.
Going deep with the cheese.
Going deep with the cheese.
And we're going into it.
We're going to go in. So we're going to see what happens. Got a good opportunity to bring him down, and this will be our best opportunity, so we need to maximise it. So that's what we've gone for. We need to kill a character anyway. It's one of the objectives we need, so we've got to give it our full go. So here we go. Wish us luck. We're going to go into the shooting phase. So lots of buffs. We're going to go straight into the action. So let's start off with the White-Eyed. If I can take Magnus down with the White-Eyed alone, then we'll have an option to potentially do some damage to the Leviathan. So that's the mission, that's what we're going to go for. Let's crack on with it. So the White-Eyed has already lost a wound because he hasn't overcharged. Did that off camera, but he will be down to 13 wounds, but that does mean his guns they take quite a nasty profile. So we'll start off with the... In fact, before we do that, let's start off with some marker lights because that makes sense. So the marksman on the far side, hitting on 3s. So that's one marker light on Magnus. Then we'll go with the far side marksman over here. He will also go into Magnus as well. And he gets another marker light into Magnus. The last one will also go into Magnus. He doesn't, and he is not in range to do any rerolls there. We'll then have the marker light from Darkstrider hitting on 2s, hitting on 3s now, to be honest, because Magnus is -1, must remember that. So fails. And then the other character, so the Fireblade, again needing 3s now. That's a hit, guys. Probably didn't see that, but that's a hit. So now that is 3 marker lights on to Magnus. We then we have not a fire warrior, a Pathfinder. The one remaining Pathfinder. He normally hitting on 4s. He will now be hitting on 5s because of Magnus. No, that is not. And again, in fact he didn't move, so he will be able to reroll that because of Cayenne. And he gets it off. So that is 4, and what we will do is we will use the uplinked marker light stratagem to turn that into 1 plus D3. So +3. So
missed off camera, but he rolled a 5.
So Magnus now has 7 marker lights on him. Okay, and with over 5 marker lights now hitting on Magnus, he is now +1 to hit against him. Very, very effective. Okay, so we'll see now whether I manage to get that command point back from using the uplinked marker light. So needing a 6. I don't. Darren will also see if he can get it because of the horned helmet. No, he doesn't get it back either, so no extra command points, but that is my first command point down. So we'll go into some shooting. So we'll start off with the Wyvara. So the Wyvara is going to hit into him. He is going to use his Flamer first of all. So his Flamer is 3d6 auto hits. So not too bad. So it's 9. Okay, so looking for 9, and he is toughness 7, so I need 5s. Wow, that's pretty terrible. So just the 1 get through. So you have a 4 and you make no problem at all. So now he has his ion cannon, which is 3d3. So it's 4, 5, 6. Okay, so normally he'd be -1, so I am now hitting on, but then I get +1, so I'm hitting on 4s, and I am re-rolling 1s. So re-rolling the 1s. So that was another hit, so that's 3 hits. And now we are looking for, this is strength 10, so I'm looking for 3s. Wow. Not so good. So just the 1 gets through. I'm trying to think whether I want to use a reroll for that. I am going to use a reroll for it because I need 3s. I do get it. So that's 2 3-up invons.
2, yep.
Yep.
So okay. 1 goes through.
Okay, so that's 3 damage on Magnus.
I'm going to use a command point.
I'll see whether I take his command point. I don't. I'll see whether I take my one. I do, so I get 1 back from that. Okay.
So see if I can skip your one.
You don't. Okay. So that is the Wyvara, and we have 3 wounds down off Magnus. We'll now go into the commander. So the commander hits on 2s. He gets -1 from Magnus, but then he gets +1 because of the marker lights. So he's back up to 2 up. So I'm hitting on 2s, and I'm re-rolling 1s. So that's all hits. And strength 8 against Magnus's toughness 7, so I need 3s. So that's 3 more saves. And 2 get through. These are d6 damage each. Wow, that's what we like, guys. And I think that might be a dead Magnus. Not quite, in fact. So how many wounds has Magnus got? He's already lost 3, so now he's
wounds.
Okay. So he's now lost 14 wounds. Okay. So Magnus has 4 wounds left. It's not a bad start. We'll now shoot him with the hammerhead over this side of the board. So he's not re-rolling all hits, but he is hitting on 2s because he's within 6 inches of long strike. He's +1 to hit, so he's hitting on 1s. Obviously because of Magnus's -1, he's back to hitting on 2s again. And he is not going to be re-roll. He's re-rolling 1s as well because of the marker light. So again, pretty effective stuff. So we'll start off with his smart missile systems. So we have his smart missile systems, and we are re-rolling 1s. So that's all hit. And we now need 5s. Not so good there. Not so good there. Okay, and now we'll go into his ion cannon. So we're going to use it for its overcharged. So how many shots? 5 shots. Okay. And again, hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. Again, my +1 to my hit is cancelling out Magnus's -1. Okay, re-rolling 1s. That's all hit. These are strength 8, so 3s. And that is 4 more invons. And that is dead, unfortunately. 3 damage each, so that's 6 damage. Magnus dies. And that is a good start to the shooting. So, next up, Long Strike. It's going to show how it's done. So, the nice thing about Long Strike is he does get +1 to wound against vehicles. And obviously Leviathan has that key word. So, we'll start off with his ion cannon. How many shots does he get? He gets 4 shots. And he is hitting on 2s with the reroll. Good thing because of the reroll. 3 misses. Wow, okay, so that is 3 hits, and now we are looking for toughness 8, aren't you?
Yeah, so 4s.
So 4s. Okay, so just 1. That is going to be because of the extra minus, so we're up to -4, I believe now.
So it's
so be his invon, so he's definitely on his invon, which he doesn't make, so that is 3 damage. Straight away, so we'll now use his smartness. So that would have been +1 to wound, but I don't think I even got any 3s there, to be fair. No, I didn't get any 3s. Must remember that +1 to wound. Okay, so now we are looking at his smart missile systems. So again, looking for 2s, re-rolling, not re-rolling 1s, yeah, re-rolling 1s because of the commander. So yeah, that's all but 1. And now we need 5s. Very nice. So
3 up. Cool, save that.
yeah, and then you have 4 regular 2-up saves. So he drops another wound. So he's got 4 down now.
So down to 10 wounds.
Down to 10 wounds. Okay. So that's 2 of them. We'll now go on to the next hammerhead. So we'll start off with his ion cannon again, overcharging. 5 shots. Okay, and we will see whether we can do some work here. Okay, so hitting on 2s, and that one will be re-rolling 1s. No, he won't. He's out of range of the bubble.
So the overcharge, does he get to lose?
He has to get more than 1. So now we are going to be wounding you on 4s. No, I don't. And just a 1. So
minus.
1 it's a minus. So he'll be on his invon, 100%. Now it's just another 3 to get through. Now going to do, which I should have done earlier, but I'm going to do it now. So I'm going to do the focus fire stratagem, which is 3 CPs, very heavy. I'm going to see whether I get 1 back. I don't get 1 back. Darren doesn't manage to get 1 off me, but now I will be +1 to wound on anything that shoots at him. So we've got one more of the hammerheads to go. So we'll see how many shots he gets with his ion cannon. That's 3 shots, and we are needing 2s. And this guy is within range of the commander, so he reroll 1s. So that's all hits. And now I am +1 to wound him. So I go from being 4s to 3s. So that is 2 more invon saves. So that's another 3 wounds down. And now we'll do the smart missile systems on him. So again, looking for 2s, re-rolling the 1s, just the 1. So that's all hit. And normally needing 5s, but needing 4s because we're +1 to wound him because of focus fire. And that will be 3. And he is the target. I am outside the range though, so you get your normal save. So 3 2-ups. No problem at all. Okay, so we're going to have a little pause now and I'll work out where the fire warriors are going to shoot at. Right guys, so we're going to move into the first unit of fire warriors. The first unit of fire warriors are the ones that are have been picked by Dark Strider because they are within the Tau Sept. So they are also within range of the accelerator drone, so they've got an additional 6 to their range, which means that the Leviathan is in rapid fire range of them all. Right guys, so the Fire Warriors are going to kick off. They are the ones that have been selected by Dark Strider, so they get the +1, so they get the +1 AP on 6s, which is nice. And they've also got that as well from the Warlord trait, so they are +2 on 6s, which is tasty. They are also +1 to wound because of focused fire, but they have only got 20 shots. They're not part of the Fireblade sept. So we've got 20 shots. We are hitting on 3s. We are re-rolling 1s. No, we're not re-rolling 1s. We're not even re-rolling 1s because there's no marker light on him. So just 3s needed. Okay. So not bad.
Not too shabby at all.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. We'll take that. And now we're strength 5 against toughness 8. So we'd normally be 5s. Because we're +1 to wound, that brings it down to needing 4s. So 4s, and we're looking for the 6s here to be -2. Okay, so let's take out the misses, take out the fail to wounds. So we have 2 that will be on your invuln save, sir. No, they'll be on 4s. Sorry, 2 on 4s, and then you have.
Sorry, mate.
That's all right. So that's 2 wounds more, and then you have another 5 wounds save.
So
normal 2-ups.
2 wounds gone down, so that leaves me with 2. And
makes them all 2-up saves, no problems.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll go on to the next unit. So this unit will be shooting you with the extra shot because they are in the Fireblade sept, and again they're rapid fire. So they're because of the extra range. So we are looking at 30 shots from each unit, and they have not moved. Okay, so quite a few misses there, as expected without the buffs, and these guys won't get any rerolls.
I wouldn't beat yourself up so much. You've done a lot of damage to key units.
Okay, so let's see. We're looking for 5s, and so we have
one
got
normal and one at 4+.
Yeah, that's right.
So the 4+, come on. Oh, I haven't used a reroll yet, have I?
No.
What else you got left shooting?
Another unit the same, and then another unit.
I'll take it. And then normal 2-up. Cool.
Passes.
So
1 wound left.
Yep, down to the final one.
And then the last Fire Warrior unit, again exactly the same. Not too bad.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yep, that's the trick. And again looking for 5s. And we get just the 1.
This will be the one.
Anything but a 1, Darren, anything but a 1.
Cool.
No, you're fine. Okay, so now the last unit is part of the Tower Sept. So, but they are out of range. So all they're going to get is their standard, but they will get to. They're not going to get any rerolls at all, in fact. So, yeah, we'll see how we get on with standard shooting.
But you just need 1 to go through. That's it.
I only need 1 to go through. Okay. So that's not bad. Just the 1. I've got 2 saves to make, Darren. Just 2 2-ups, no problem. Just don't roll a 1. Hey, he's not rolled a 1. Okay, and I believe that is actually all my shooting. We'll just double check. I've got nothing else up my sleeve, but I believe that's it. Right, so I've dug deep. I need to find a way of taking out this Leviathan, and I'm going to use the Orbital Iron Beam. So I've just checked the wording of it, guys, and so it can be used by a commander, and the commander cannot have moved. Well, he hasn't moved, and it also says on there, use this stratagem in your shooting phase. So it doesn't say at the beginning, doesn't say at the end. So I can use this now. We're still in the shooting phase, so I am going to do this. And what it means is I pick a place in the battlefield, and then roll a d6, draw a line between those, the line between that size, and then every unit under there, friend or foe, on a 4+ and a 5+ on character, takes d3 mortal wounds. Right, so we're going to start off with rolling to see how big this line is. So this line is 8 inches, so could you do me a favour and see how much damage you can do for me?
1, John.
I'd quite like to get Araman. Can you give me Araman as well, please?
I'm just going to say 1.
I think I'm going to get what? Am I going to get the horrors and Araman and your Leviathan?
If you just put the Leviathan, how if you got to go all the way over the Leviathan, or
just says draw 2 points.
So you can put it in the centre of the Leviathan.
Yeah.
And you can get Leviathan. You can get Araman, and you can get the
horrors
and
the Leviathan.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So that's 3 CP. So I'll see if I get it back. That does put me down just to 3 left. I don't get it back. And I use it for 1. Darren's going to try and steal it. Yes! Which she does. She does. So he gets the CP back, and I'm down to 3. But all importantly, right, okay, so what we have is Araman first of all on a 5 up will take D3 mortal wounds. Looking for a 5. I get it. D3 mortal wounds on Araman.
For the 1.
Just the 1. And then on the horrors, we need a 4+. We get it. And D3 horrors bite the dust. 3 horrors bite the dust. But then all importantly, Darren, can we do it? Can we do it? Got nothing more to do after this. Can we get him? Can we get him? We can get him, guys. So D3, doesn't really matter what it is. It is only the 1, but that's all we need. Does he explode, Darren? Doesn't explode, but the Leviathan has gone. We have completed our challenge. We've killed the Leviathan. We've killed Magnus. We've scratched Araman. We've killed a few horrors. Happy days.
That just 1.
Just the
2,
1.
sorry.
Oh yeah, just 2. And that will be the end of my turn. And we have scored Assassinate. We have not killed more than 1 character. We hold objective 6. But area denial we're not going to get, and I don't see us getting it anytime soon, so I will discard that. So it's a good fight back to the tower. We have dispatched Darren's most dangerous units, but now in come the horrors probably, and in come the Thousand Suns. So we'll see what happens as we go into turn 2 for the Thousand Suns.
So at the beginning of the turn, pulled my next 3 cards. Secure Objective Marker 6, which for me, unfortunately, is in Tau territory. So it's going to stink of fish. Scour the skies, anything with the fly keyword, but I've got plenty there to go for. I don't know if I've got the firepower to take something out. Let's give it a whirl, and then Big Game Hunter. So end of the movement for Thousand Suns, started bringing in some reserves. So first of all, we brought in the squad of 20. We're going to be shooting at the Fire Warriors in front, probably split fire the Soul Cannons into something else. And then over here, the Demon Prince, the Brimstones and the Herald have advanced up. And then over to this side, the Pink Horrors have deep strike themselves in. So hoping again to take on some more Fire Warriors. So let's go into Psychic.
Okay, so Psychic phase it is now. Let's see what the Thousand Suns can do. What have we got first, Darren?
So we're going to go for the Gaze of Fate first of all, which is my free reroll.
Okay.
Which is casting from this Psyker.
Yep.
Goes off.
Yep.
Luckily.
No problem. Next.
We'll go for the next one. So the Herald at the back of the board. So we're going to go with the +1 on the wounds. So we're going to cast Flickering Flames on the Herald at the back, which is +1 to wound.
Okay.
Goes off.
Yep.
For the next one, I'm going to cast off on Araman first of all.
Yep.
He's going to do Diabolical Strength onto the Demon Prince, so needing a 6. Doesn't go off.
No, even with his +1 it doesn't go off.
I'm going to use the reroll.
Okay. Yep, goes off.
So he's got Diabolical Strength.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go for the Infernal Gaze.
Okay.
My second one, and I'm going to cast that onto. Let's go for the drones.
Okay, let's see if you get it off first of all. As a perils. Do you want to use a command point because you've only used a reroll from your thing?
Yeah, I'm going to use that command point. So thankfully it goes off.
It goes off as well. Perfect. So that's 3d6. And who are you targeting?
It's going to be onto the
Yavara.
Yeah.
Okay, so on
1.
okay, no, so you roll 3 dice, don't you? So roll 3 dice, and then it is on 4s. I take a mortal wound. Yeah, so just the 1. I am going to look out sir that onto one of my drones, which I do, and a 6 up. I ignore it. Don't. So 1 drone dies. Okay.
That's really nothing to you, really, is it?
It's really not, Darren. It's really nothing to me. How do you feel about that?
Feeling a bit gutted, but it's fine.
Right, what have we got next?
So, Araman. So, we're going to go with Smite next from Araman, which is going to be the same squad.
So the drones, yeah.
Does go off.
Nice, and that is going to be a big one because also he gets his +1, but it's still not perils, doesn't work like that. So that is going to be d6. So that will be 3, which will probably kill the drones. I get my after save on them. So 1 drone survives and 2 die. So 1 had already died, so that leaves just the 1 drone left.
So
not bad. That's pretty good.
So moving on to the Demon Prince next. He's going to cast Prescience off onto the Rubik Marines.
Okay, that's nice.
So 7.
But he is a 1,000 Suns, so he gets to re-roll 1s.
Yes.
But he still doesn't get it off.
Still not going to do it. So we're going to go with Warp Time next.
Okay.
Which does go off.
So now, after successfully manifesting Warp Time, the Demon Prince is going to move. It's going to go on the offensive.
So last but not least, we're going to cast Firestorm off from these boys. Target wise, we're going to cast these off onto the Fire Warriors at the back.
Okay.
So
7 to cast. You've got no room or rerolls left, Darren. So that means D3. Well, it actually means that he dies, doesn't he? Because he still only has 1 wound. Does the Aspiring Saucer? So his head explodes, but then your unit then takes D3 mortal wounds. So you lose another 3. Sorry, Darren.
That's terrible.
Oh. Okay, fine. Okay, but it does go off, you are correct. So now 9 dice.
So that's fine, we can...
He's sucking it up, guys, but he's not really happy. He's not happy. He's not happy. Okay, right.
This is why I get no 6s.
Wish him luck. He needs some 6s. Right, so yeah.
Just put 1.
He has killed 1 fire warrior. So he's aspiring sorcerer for his head being exploded and him taking out another 2.
That's horrible.
Oh, right, okay. And I believe that's the end of your psychic phase, isn't it, Darren?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so we're starting off in the shooting phase. The horrors are shooting into the fire warriors that are close by. So they are the tower step they're going to shoot into, try and clear them out. Darren has got psychic power on them, so they are +1 to wound, which means they'll be wounding on 2s. First of all, we need to see if we can get some of those wounds through. So, let's start off, Darren, and see how you get on. Okay, so... looks like quite a few good rolls there. That looks pretty above average. What do we got? Should see off this unit. So what you got there? Count them up for me, Darren.
So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 saves. I think that could be enough to kill off some fish people.
Only 10 there. So let's see how we get on. So 4 up saves. I'm going to pull them out. But I think that looks like over 10 to me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That is the unit wiped. So next up, Darren, what we got?
So the next one we're going to go with these boys shooting into the squad here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do...
Soul Reaper going on the same target? Are you?
No, Soul Reaper's going to split off. The Soul Reaper I'm going to shoot into... So I'm thinking about shooting the Soul Reaper into the tank at the back.
Okay, so Darren is going to be using Veterans of the Long War stratagem now. I'm going to see whether I can steal that. I can't, which will give him +1 to wound, which is nice. So, what you got, Darren?
So what I'm going to do the 2 soul cannons into
it's long strike.
Mr. Pee my pants and back,
Okay.
hiding away.
Yeah, still long strike.
Still long strike.
Right, go.
I'm going to split some of these off to shoot into there. So everything with rapid fire,
Okay.
go into those, and then the rest I'll shoot at the squad at the back.
Go for it.
So let's do the 8 first of all into long strike.
Okay.
So I need 3s.
Yep. Nice.
That's a really good roll.
Yep.
If I can get this again. So now I need 4s.
So yeah, you'll be on 5, so you're up to 4s. So yeah, absolutely. It's not very good though, to be fair. Pretty unlucky. So just a 3. But this is what, -3 or -2?
-3.
-3. Okay, so I am on a 6 up save. 3 saves. See. No saves. So that's another 3 wounds gone. So he will be down to 6 wounds. Not bad shooting there to start off with. Right, what you got next?
So let's go with the ones that are in rapid fire.
Go for it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, not so good.
No, not as effective there, but squish your target because you are going to be wounding on 2s. And I'm not getting a save. Unfortunately, there come 3 1s. So how many are dead?
6.
So 6 of the front unit die. What's up next?
So then the rest that are out of rapid fire. So
I'm going to take them away.
5
Of course.
into the back squad.
Okay.
Hopefully they can do a little bit better.
Here we go. Okay, so just the 2.
2s.
2 to squish, so 2 bite the dust, 2 of the back unit die. And is that the end of your shooting?
I believe that is it.
Okay, so
2 seconds before we go any further.
okay.
Let's not forget Araman. A bit silly.
He's gonna have his little pistol.
Yeah, so he's going to have a pop shot at the Pathfinder.
The one poor Pathfinder trying to get away with it.
2s. Oh,
Of course,
Daemon
doesn't
Prince
hit.
that you re-roll.
Yes, he does.
That is just terrible.
That's because he's a gimpy prince. Gimpy prince. Okay, so the charge is going to happen. So do you want to roll up your charge range? Your Demon Prince is going to charge in to the commander. Let's hope he makes the charge to start off with, Darren. Do you want to roll that out?
So I know this looks like it's crazy, like I'm charging something, there's so much shooting, but if I don't do this charge, even if I just carry away, sit at the back, all that's going to happen next turn, Fire Warriors are going to blow away the little brimstones, and he's just going to be open anyway, so I might as well just go in for the strike now.
If you can get in there, yeah, go for it. So, yeah, you're definitely going to make it in, which is a start. So let's start off with some marker lights. So this one here is within 6, this one isn't. So we're going to do the first one that's up the top. So he is needing a 5, he is part of the Tau Sept. He doesn't hit, sorry for rolling off camera there. Then we'll go the lucky Pathfinder. So again, needing, this one will need a 6, it's part of the other, so he doesn't, when I could have done with it. And then we have the 2 characters. We'll use the Fireblade, who will need a 6, he's part of the other one, no. And then Dark Strider, who will need a 5. Nope, so no marker lights. That's
so
annoying.
that's benefiting me so
That's
far.
definitely benefiting you. So now we'll start off with the commander himself. Why not? Let's see how it's done. So obviously we need him 5 because he is part of the Tau Sept. I do get 1. He is strength 8, so I need 3s. And you are within half distance as well, so damage is going to be interesting. So 2s is not what I need, but I am going to use a reroll, going down to 2 left. And I don't get it.
Oh,
okay.
Is, do I get a cheat?
I'm going to see whether I get it back. I do get mine back, so you can put it back to 3. But all importantly, I didn't get any damage, and you didn't get it back either. So no damage from him. First big unit of Fire Warriors. So these will be hitting you on 6s. They're not part of the Tau Sept, but they do have the extra shots. So I have an awful lot of shots from them. Dropping dice everywhere. I'll roll one again. And that is not bad. So that is 5. I'll roll one again. No. So now needing 5s. Nothing at all from the first one. We'll try to do exactly the same again and see whether we can do some damage with the second unit. Dropping dice everywhere again. And okay, so again not great, so that's just the 3. And 1, so one more save. Passes like a boss, no issues at all. Okay, then we'll go into the small unit of fire warriors. Just the 2 shots each. So we have 5 there, so we have 10 shots in all. Okay, and these ones will be on 5s as well, they are part of the Tau set. Okay, that's pretty good, so that's 4. And now needing 5s. Just the 1. Ooh. Does take another wound. How many is that down to, Darren?
6.
It's down to 6. But I believe that... Oh no, I've got one more small unit. So this unit here has 7. And that one will have the extra shots. 6. I'll do this first. I'll roll this 3 times. So that's 2 so far. 5, 6, 7.
Pretty good.
Not bad. 6, 7. Just the 1. Does take another one. Dropping him down to 5 wins. Okay, but that is all of my shooting, and the Demon Prince has made combat. So let's go straight into the combat phase and see whether the Demon Prince, after all that hard work, going through all that shooting, can dispatch the commander. Wish Darren luck, he needs it. So, we rush into the assault phase. What you got, Darren? Go for it.
So going with the claws. So 4 basic, 4 additional ones for the claws. So I'm going to need 2s with the rerolls. Nicely done. So now I need 3s. So that's... I'll go with that, I'm happy with that.
So 5 wounds, and they are -2, I believe.
-2, 2 damage each.
-2, 2 damage each. It should be a dead commander. So I normally have a 3 up save. So I'm up to a 5 up save. Yep. So 5 up save, 5 saves, need some 5s. Here we go. Wish me luck. Uh-oh. 2, 4, 6. He is dead. Bye bye, commander. The Chaos Space Marines, the Thousand Suns, have struck back. So what have you done now, Darren? You've piled in?
So piled in just the 3 inches, so hopefully trying to knock out 2 units of shooting for the next turn. But what it does give me at the end of that game is Scare of the Skies, which you've got the fly keyword.
Yeah, the commander. Yeah.
Big Game Hunter, I haven't killed anything with 10 war wounds.
Yeah. No.
Which is a shame, and I don't hold Ejective Marker 6. So what I will do, I will be discarding Secure Ejective Marker 6.
Okay, no worries, and we'll go into Tau turn 2. Okay, so I have drawn 3 new cards. I've got Kingslayer, so kill Darren's Warlord, which is Araman. He's quite well wrapped, so that's not going to be easy. Secure Objective 4, which is right up with his cultists, and that's not going to happen, particularly now the commander has bit the dust. And no prisoners, which I should be able to kill a few things. So that's pretty good. We'll see what we can do now. So we'll quickly come back and do the morale, because we did forget to do morale. So this unit of Fire Warriors here has lost 6. So they lose 1.
Sure you don't want to use a command point?
I'm absolutely sure I don't want to use a command point. This unit over here have lost 3. So they're okay. And that is it. So we'll now go into the rest of the movement phase for the Tau. So end of the movement phase for the Tau, and we've just done a little bit of shuffling around. So the White-Eyed's come up here. He wants to finish off Araman. That's going to be the plan. That's what he needs to do. But I need to get through the Brimstone Horrors first. So everything else has stayed put. The 2 units of Fire Warriors that were engaged and the Fireblade have backed out of combat. They won't be able to shoot. But what we have got the ability to do is unload into the Demon Prince now, which is very handy being the closest target. Darkstrider has nominated this unit here to get +1 AP on 6s, just because he's the only one. They were the only unit in range, and everything else is ready to unload. So we'll see what happens. We've got some volley fire from potentially the 1 unit of Fire Warriors that can shoot. The other 2 can't because they have backed out combat, and we still have all the tanks on their full power. So we'll dive into the shooting phase and see whether we can take out this threat. Okay, so shooting phase. Let's start off with some Markalites. So I'm going to start off with the Fireside Marksman. He is going to go into the unit of Brimstones close to Araman. So needing a 3. That's a hit, guys, if you didn't see that. And then the next one's going to do the same into Araman. Sorry, not into Araman, into...
The Brimstones?
No, I'm going to go into the Demon Prince with this one. And that is another hit. So that'll be fine. Then we'll go the Marksman the other side. We will go into the Rubrics over here. And that also hits. And we will finish off with one from Darkstrider into the other unit of Brimstones. And that hits as well. So we're rerolling 1s for basically every single unit bar Araman, which is a good start. We'll now start off with some Fire Warriors. So we're going to start off with the Fire Warriors over this side, the small unit that has been selected by Darkstrider, and we'll also use the we'll use his ability for +1 to wound against the Brimstone Horrors as well. So within half range, so we'll be looking at 8 shots. So not amazing, but if we can start chipping away. So we need 4s. We're re-rolling 1s. So we're going to re-roll that 1. So we get 3 misses, 2 misses, and now +1 to wound. Oh, sorry, not +1 to wound. We just get a +1 to AP. Sorry, not +1 to wound. Okay, so +1 to wound on 6s. So that'd be them. So that will, but they don't have a an all save anyway. So that will just be 5 6-up saves, Darren.
On which squad?
On the squad surrounding Aran. So needing 6s. Okay, that's a good start. So that is 6. In fact, I only had 5 there, but that's fine. You failed them all. So it's 5 of them down.
Just take you, and these 2.
Okay, so we're now going to go with the, as Darren breaks the studio, we're going to take the Hammerhead this side, is going to shoot into the, I'm going to shoot the Brimstones with the Smart Missiles, and I'm going to shoot the Rubrics with the, in fact no, I'm going to shoot the Demon Prince with the big gun. So, let's start off with the Brimstones. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. So that's all hit. Sorry, hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. That's all hit. Needing 3s. So that will be 6, 7 more saves on the horrors. And they're all dead. Great rolling, Darren. Nice, consistent. Brilliant. We like that. And then the overcharged ion cannon. As Darren continues to break the studio. How many shots?
It's called a rage quit.
Rage quit. So there's 2 shots into the Rubrics, and again needing 2s. rerolling 1s, and then strength 8, so 2s. So I have 2 invuln saves on your rubrics.
Come on.
2 rubrics drop. This is a good start. Okay, so we'll now go on to the next. We'll go on to big old Longstrike, who's taken a lot of ridicule from the Thousand Suns. He's going to start off with his smart missile systems into the Demon Prince. So, again, as Darren tries to repair the studio, we are looking for 2s, and we are re-rolling 1s. So that's nice. And we now need 5s. He's not a monster or vehicle, so don't get +1 to wound for Longstrike. But looking for 5s. That is not bad. So you have your 5 standard saves. So 3 ups for a Demon Prince, because I have no AP to this. It makes them all, no problem. So now we have the overcharged ion cannon. 6 shots. That's what we like. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. All hit. And then winning on 3s. Ugh. All miss. All miss. So that's obviously not to hit, so I don't have to worry about the taking a mortal wound from it, but that's pretty brutal. We'll go on to the next hammerhead, because we'll just keep it rolling, guys. So we've got...
If you can do that again, that'd be sweet.
I bet you'd like that again. So smart missile systems. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. And then needing 5s. 2.
2 normal?
2 normal. Yeah, 3 ups. Yeah, makes it again. Ion cannon overcharged. Just a 1 shot. I'm going to use a reroll to make it into 6. It's a good change there. Right, okay. So needing 2s, all hits. Needing 3s to wound. And that is 4 saves, and that will be on your invuln. So 4 up invulns for the Demon Prince of Tzeentch. 3 get through, that is 3 damage each. He is dead. Okay, so target is where we need to be so far.
Do I steal your command point? No.
You don't. Do I get my command point back? Good shout, Darren. That is a cocked dice. No, I don't. Right. So now we will use the overcharged Wyvara, who's lost another wound for overcharging, and we'll go for 3d6 from his flamers into Araman. Okay, and I'm going to take that, so there's nothing I can do about that. I have no more rerolls left. And auto hits, so I now need 3s to wound Araman. Well, you got quite a few lucky ones there, Darren, so but bear in mind that these are 3 damage each. You just have your 3 up invuln for being the Warlord. He's lost 3, so he'd already lost.
Araman's not lost anything yet.
Did he not lose any in the end? He lost them from my beam, didn't you? Because my when I hit him with the beam.
For 1 wound, yeah.
For 1 wound, it was only 1 wound. Yep, so he's now lost 4 wounds. I believe Araman has 6 wounds.
No, he's only got 5 wounds.
So he is dead. He is dead. No, he doesn't. He has 1 wound left. He has 1 wound left. Yeah. So the 3d3 from the other shot, from the other weapon. Okay, so it's 4, 5. There we go. And again, I need 4s, re-rolling 1s. No, not re-rolling 1s, because I didn't get any marker lights off against him. So that's only 3 hits get through. But this is strength 10, so I am needing 2s now. Toughness 5. So 2 get through. Again, invuln save. Don't fail these, because he will definitely be dead. 2 free ups, no problems. And he lasts. No issues at all. So, now, Araman is going to take the final hammerhead. I believe he is the closest target. Yes, he is the closest target.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so, d6 shots. 6 shots.
That's painful.
Yeah, that was quite lucky shooting. Okay. And that's all hits. And strength 8, so 3s. And you have 3 more saves again. Invulns, 3 up saves. Any fails, Araman bites dust. He doesn't bite the dust, he hangs on in there. So now I have a Fire Warrior unit. That is my last Gambit, again, closest target. They're the only ones that did not have to worry because they were not locked up in combat. So these guys will have 3 shots each. So that's 30 shots. They've not lost any yet. So we are looking at this and another 10. Looking for 4s, no re-rolls, nothing. But that's not bad.
It's not bad at all, you just need the 1.
Just need the 1. I'll do these first of all. I have another 10. Need 4s. Need 4s. Do you want to take those ones for us? Just have 5. Any 1s or 2s, Darren? 1s or 2s? There we go.
I'm going to command point that.
Going to command point 1. He still dies. So we have our man. So Araman Warlord is down. That should be good night. Sayonara. We should be able to take this one, guys, now. So that is all my shooting. It's taking me an awful lot of shooting to try and take him down. But that is it. I have nothing left. I have no assaults.
What have you scored at the end of it?
At the end of that, I scored Kingslayer for D3. So for 2 points. I have scored no prisoners because I've killed 3 units. So for D3. Just the 1. Yeah, Horrors, Demon Prince,
yes.
Araman. So that's another 1 point. So that scores me 3 points that round. And obviously we're racking up kill points now. So we'll go into turn 3 for the Thousand Suns. Okay, so the objectives for the Thousand Suns, we have Big Game Hunter still in play. Obviously they have to try and kill something. Secure Objective 3, which is in my deployment, and Assassinate, kill a character. Very difficult. I have got some squishy ones. The problem is he's just lost a lot of his offensive ability. So we're going to the movement phase now for the Thousand Suns. Let's see what they can do. It's kind of last gasp stuff. But Darren's got some points on the board. Let's probably go after some squishy targets, see what he can do. Okay, Darren, talk us through what you've done in the movement phase.
So all I've done is pulled the Rubric Marines closer forward, try to get into rapid fire range.
Yep.
Brimstones have pulled themselves up closer with the Herald.
Mm-hmm.
Debating whether or not to just charge the 3 little dudes there.
Yep.
Stand a chance of just killing those off, and it is all about the kill points. The Pink Horrors have pulled themselves closer over there.
Mm-hmm.
And again, debating whether to shoot at the character, which I do need to kill a character,
yep,
or whether or not I just plough into the... It'll have to be the character.
You need to kill him, don't you?
Yeah, I have to kill him.
You could split fire.
Yeah, there's a good possibility on that, but realistically, the amount of shots I need to put into him to get rid of him,
yeah,
because he's got 2 up save up there with 3 wounds.
Should kill him with smite though, we reckon. So it should be okay. Should be okay. So we'll go into the psychic phase. Let's go into psychic phase and see what this Demon and Thousand Suns army can do to the all-conquering Tau army. So moving into the psychic phase, so we're going to start off with the, what's it called, Gaze of Zinch?
Gaze of Fate.
Gaze of Fate, that's it.
3 reroll, so... Going to command point that.
He's going to command point 1 of those.
Goes off.
Gets it off. I'm going to try and see if I can get that command point back. I've got 2 left. I don't get it back. So, okay, so that goes off. So he has a free reroll now, which is nice.
Go with Smite in the back.
Okay, so he's going to try and smite. So we're going to use the Horrors first, or are we going to go and use the...
Going to use the Herald first.
Okay, Herald first.
Goes off.
And does go off. So D3. And that is enough to kill him. He only has 3 wounds, so he has got his Assassinate. It's a good start.
And then the Horrors
are going to go into the tank. That'll be your next nearest target, won't it? Okay, so go for it. So there's only be 1. Yes, it does get it off. And it's
no,
just 1. No, he doesn't, because we have already used the smite. That's right, of course. Well played, well spotted, Darren. So, yeah, no damage to the tank. And next up?
That's pretty much it. We'll go with smite from these boys.
Okay. Looks like those unit of Fire Warriors over there.
So just the 1 dice. Goes off.
It's full smite. You still roll another dice. It goes off anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, and just the 1. So that's 1 of these guys go down. Okay, so that's the end of the psychic phase. We'll roll into the shooting phase. Do you know what you want to do, Darren? Or do we need to come back and have a think about that?
Have a little think. Okay, so what I'm going to do, 2 of these are going to shoot into these guys, so 4 shots on there. He's going to shoot onto that one, and then the rest of these are going to shoot onto our little pal in the fish tank at the back.
Long strike, guys. Still long strike.
Still a fish tank.
Still long strike.
So
right.
the 2 shots first of all into there, rapid fire. So 2 hit.
Yeah, and then freeze. Oh, but are you doing? You said off camera you were doing veterans, didn't you?
Yes.
So that's fine. But anyway, that wouldn't have made a difference anyway. But he has popped veterans. That will be that guy dead. There's nothing I can do about that. That'll be another unit for Darren. I will see if I can get his veterans point. I don't. But that's his first one. Now, do you want to go into the other guy?
Yeah. So go 4 shots.
Okay. The other 2 guys. Sorry.
That's pretty good.
That's good. And now 2s. Yep, they're dead. Nothing I can do about that. -3 from the soul. Well, from the whatever it's called, the furnace bolters, whatever they're called. Anyway, right. So moving on swiftly, the rest of them are going to go into long strike.
So we'll do the soul cannons first of all.
Go for it.
Here comes the ones.
Okay, no way we can re-roll those, unfortunately.
Nope.
But we're up to 4s now from being 5s, which is not bad. I'll give you that. No, I'll give you that. That's fine. So 1 gets through.
So I
have -3, isn't it? -3.
Yes.
-3. So I have a 6, but I don't get a 6. So that's down to 5 wounds for long strike. And then your bolt guns.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 coming in. Seeing whether they can dispatch long strike. It's been a thorn in Darren's side all game. Can these Thousand Suns take him out? That is the question.
Not rolling like that.
So again, not the greatest of rolls there. It's not going to be enough, I don't think.
No.
No, definitely not like that.
2.
But another 2 wounds. Let's see if we can save them though, guys. Needing 6s. We don't make any saves. That does bring him down to 4. 4 wounds remaining.
So they're only -1.
So 3 wounds. 3 wounds remaining. Only -1 were they?
Yeah. So the 5 up would have.
They're not -1. They're more than that. Just looking back, obviously the normal bolt guns are actually -2, not -1. So I did make 1 save. So he is just 6 wounds left. Then yeah, so 6 wounds left. He's lost another 2. So he's got 4 wounds left. So the long strike survives, and we now have the decision of what the pink horrors are going to shoot into. What's next, Darren?
So we're going to go 9 of these are going to shoot into the guys here.
Into the fire warriors, yep.
And then the other 9 are going to go into the next fish tank.
Oh, I'll tell you what, you hurt my feelings. That is a hammerhead, guys. Hammerhead. Alright, let's not forget.
Just a posh way of calling it a fish tank.
It's not a fish tank. It's not a fish tank.
So into the fire warriors first of all.
Okay, so that's why he's got 2 shots each, and so this is the first volley into the fire warriors. Yeah.
So needing 4s to hit.
Okay.
So that's not bad. That's
No,
pretty cool.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So needing 3s.
You
Toughness
do.
3.
You do. Yeah. Need freeze.
So
That looks pretty good. How many I got?
that is pretty cool. So that's 9 saves. So 9 fails, please, John. I'll be very grateful.
See what I can do for you, Darren. It's not 9 fails. In fact, that is 3 fails. Is that right?
Yeah, that's cool with me.
Okay, so 3 fire warriors drop. Are you going to do the same now into the back of my, as you lovingly call it, a fish tank? Or most people know it as
A
the
fish tank.
immense hammerhead. So go for it. What you got?
Floating fish tank is going to get
What you got?
these again.
Okay.
This is not as hot.
That's probably about average, but the problem is now you're going to need 5s.
Yeah.
This is when you turn up for you.
So still not bad. That's
What
what
you got? 3?
4.
4. Okay, 4. So 3 ups. I do drop 2 wounds. That's not too bad. So taking down 10 wounds. That's okay. And I believe with that,
That's the end of shooting.
that is the end of shooting. Any charges, Darren?
No, there's nothing to charge.
No charges. What do you?
Ooh, actually, let's see. No, I'll take it on the chin.
So you're gonna go? You gonna have a go? Darren is umming and ahhing. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
It's a tough choice.
Darren, the viewers ain't got all day. They
I
got
know.
other things to do. They got work to go to. You know. They've got things to watch. You know, I'm sure there's something going on Tabletop Tactics at the moment. What's going on, Darren? Come on, make a decision.
To be fair, they're going to get blasted to hell anyway. So next turn, so I might as well just go for him.
He's going to go for it.
Point. Yeah, solid. Let's go for it.
Okay, so I'll grab a load of dice and we'll try and finish off the Thousand Suns in a second.
Do you make homemade movies?
Sean's turned up.
I'm just.
Hello, Sean.
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, you right?
Yeah.
That's good. Right, so we're going to do some Overwatch for you guys now. That couldn't be any more high-pitched if I tried. Right, so we're going to start off with a marker light. Right, so we're going to start off with a marker light from Dark Strider. So obviously because he is the Tau guy, so it is 5s. No, it doesn't. And now we're on to Fire Warriors.
Who's winning?
Okay, so now the Fire Warriors, these are hit on 6, they are Balkan, they are not Tau, but they do have the volley fire. It's just the 1. 1 wound, get your normal, which you make. And I think that is it. So now, after all that fuss and bother, Darren, can you make a charge?
That's a big question, isn't it?
It's a big charge. You definitely can't make the charge. You can use a command point. I don't think you can even make it with a command point.
Got a free reroll.
You have got a free roll. Do you want to use a free reroll?
Yep.
I think it's the last thing you can do, so you might as well. No, it's not going to make it. Do you want to use a command point on the other one?
Yeah, why not?
Use a command point on the other one.
9.
6, 9. I think that's going to be enough. It almost certainly will be enough.
Yes.
In fact, only just, guys, but it is enough. So hopefully that will be enough for him to kill Dark Strider. Should be a big blow for me, but we'll see. We'll come back in a second. So we're into the assault phase now, Darren. What you got? You have made the charge, so you're going to try and see off Dark Strider. So go for it. What you got?
10 attacks.
Okay.
But before we do anything, we're just going to pile in a little bit. So we'll put those there.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's make sure I can get.
You're not kidding. You're not killing her, Darren. You know that, don't you? You absolutely aren't kidding her. I'm telling you now. She's staying alive.
You may well be right there, John.
This is
1, 2, 3,
this is
4,
going to be
5,
embarrassing
6,
for you.
7, 8.
Go for it. Go for it. What you got? What have you got? Looking for freeze. Okay. And now looking for freeze again. I don't think that looks very good. You get 2 there, Darren. So I do only have a 5-up save, which I don't make any, but Dark Strider does have 5 wounds. She now has 3 left. Okay, great. I'm going to attack you back, Darren.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the right thing to do. And I have 3 attacks. I hit you on 3s. And I will wound you on 5s. So I get 1. 2-up save. No. No damage done. And that is the end of your turn, Darren, yeah?
It is my end of my turn, but I think that's my only call.
And did you score any of your objectives this turn? You did score Assassinate.
So I got Assassinate.
You did?
Didn't hold objective marker 3.
No.
But I will ditch Big Game Hunter.
You cannot, because it is a kill style
So
thing, so you can't. There's nothing you can do, I'm afraid. That will be it. So we will now go into Tau turn 3. Can I see off the last of the danger? So the cards drawn, so I have got Defend Objective 1, Defend Objective 5, both in Darren's side of the board. So mission just confirmed, kill Darren off. So beginning of the shooting phase, again we're going to do some marker lights. Same old stuff again, so the Wyvara is going to lose another wound, which is going to take him down to 10 wounds. So we'll do that in a second. And then we're going to go into some marker lights. So we'll start off with the 2 marker lights at the top. So the first one is going to go down into the Thousand Suns, needing a 3, which we get. So that's 1, that's the one we need. The second one will go into the Brimstone Horrors, which we also get. So that's a marker light onto those. And then with... To be honest, the other one won't be able to see, which is a bit frustrating, which means I won't be able to put a marker light onto the horrors, but we'll go pretty much straight into the shooting. So let's start off with Darren's favourite, Long Strike, hitting on 3s now. Obviously he does give +1 to Hammerhead, so that gives it to himself, which is handy. He is going to shoot into the rubrics, and he's going to put his big gun into the rubrics, and he's going to put the little gun into the Brimstone Horrors.
Come on, Captain Fish Tank, see what you got.
Yeah, we're going to kill you off is what we're going to do. Right, so let's start off with those Brimstone Horrors.
Got some fish food here.
I'm ignoring you, Darren. Do you not see? Rerolling ones. That's all hit, Darren.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah? And I think I am wounding on 3s. And I believe that is all but 1. So you have 7 saves of 6 up to save your Brimstone Horrors. What you got?
Got this, John.
Of course you have. I don't see any 6s there, Darren.
I got 1.
You did get 1.
I got 1.
You got 1, okay. So that's 6 down. What you got left? Any?
I'll take that one.
How many you got left in there? Just the 1? 2? 3?
No, I got 3.
Got 3. Okay. So then
Four.
Then his big gun into the rubrics. So D6 shots. That's 5. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. And now 2s. So 4 invons. Yeah.
That's a reroll. That's a good roll. Sorry.
There's just 1 bites of dust. That's it.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good going. That's not bad. So we'll go to the next hammerhead, and we'll do the same again. So we're going to go 4, 8 into the brimstones. See if we can see them off. This one will be on 2s because obviously he's not damaged. And that looks like all hit. And again, needing 3s. And that's 6. So 6 ups. See you later, Brimstone Horrors, we think.
Could I be claiming cover?
No. Because this is a smart missile system that ignores cover.
So 4 goes through, and then that is the 4 that you need.
Dead. Okay. And then the big gun, how many shots? Into the rubrics. Just the 2 this time. And rerolling 1s. So it's 2 hits. Just the 1. 1 invon for your 1,000 Suns.
No, 1 more bites of dust. So that's 2 so far.
Okay, we'll go into the hammerhead that is hiding around the corner. He is going to shoot everything into the 1,000 Suns. So we'll start off with the smart missile systems. So hitting on 2s, that's all hit.
Can't really miss with them, can you?
Not when Longstrike's still alive.
Nearly got him. Nearly got Mr. Fish Tank.
And then win on 3s. So that's 7. 7 2-ups, Darren. 7 2-ups. Easy as that. No trouble.
Yes, there is a trouble. Still 1 more dead.
1 more dead. And then we go the big gun. D6 shots. 6. Those shots have been hot all day long. So that's 6. Hit on 2s. Rerolling 1s. 1 miss. It's 5 hits. Now needing 2s. So that's 4 more invon saves.
3 more bite the dust. So let's take
those. Lovely. And then we will go into the next hammerhead. It's going to go smart missile systems into your horrors, and then we'll go the big gun into the rubrics. So let's start off with a big gun into the rubrics. How many shots? Just the 3. Wow, rerolling 1s. So that's 3 hits. That's 3 wounds. Invon saves again.
1.
1 more bites of dust. Okay, so just 3 left. Smart missile systems into your horrors. Hit on 2s. All hit. Wounding on 3s. And that is 4 wounds, 4 up invons for the horrors. And that is 3 horrors drop. Okay. In fact, -2. Okay, so the nominated target for both the Warlord trait and for Dark Strider's ability is going to be the 1,000 Suns 4s. And we'll be rerolling 1s. That's pretty good. Take out those 3s. and 2s. Okay, and now we will be wounding on 4s. Just the one, so 1 6 on minus, so that'll be your invuln on 1. No, so 1 dies, and then you have 8 saves of 2 up. One more. Okay, well, that's not too bad. We'll then go into the next unit of Fire Warriors, and we'll get some more dice, and we'll come back and do the same. So, next unit of Fire Warriors over here, shooting into the remaining 1,000 Suns. So, and see what we get. So, rerolling 1s, of course. Well, we will be looking for 3s, and ideally for those 6s, just to make it so it's not a 2 up. So we have, because these are only -1, so these would be 2 3 ups. Do that. Do you want to do those ones for us first? And that's fine. And then you have 5 2 up saves to make. Can we drop this last guy? Yes, we do.
There was the one.
There he goes. That's the one we needed.
Oh, I'm going to command point that.
Oh, command point, come in.
There you go.
He survives. So he is going to make me use the last unit of Fire Warriors to take him out. So here we go. Final unit of Fire Warriors. Give me a hand here, seeing you're hanging around. Do you want to take these guys?
Shoot now, John?
Oh, Sean's even going to roll them for me. There we go. And then I'll roll the others. And so. And needing 3s. So you have got 2 at -1, so 2 3 ups.
Nope, he's dead.
Got him eventually. Okay, so that is the 1,000 Suns dispatched. We just have 1 guy left to go, the main man himself. I'm going to see if I can take out this Herald. So the overcharged Wyvara, 3d6 flamers.
If you can't take him out, that'd be embarrassing.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. So that is 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9. And needing 2s. I think he's toughness 3, isn't he? He's not toughness 4.
Yeah.
And there you go, my friend. Yeah, he's dead. Very dead. Yeah. So there goes him. No other use for his other gun. That will be it for the Tau. Unfortunately, we are going to have to leave this unit here, but that is pretty much all that Darren has left. So we'll have a little tot up of points, and we'll come back to you. Right, so didn't score any objectives, but did dispatch another 3 units. At this point, Darren, you going to call it?
Yeah, I have to call it. There's no way I can pull this back. This is just absolutely brutal. Even if I was very lucky with the horrors at the back, I can't do it. That's it.
I mean, you've basically got the horrors, which ultimately there's not enough damage they can do. They're going to pull back and they'll unload everything. The Wyvara now is just going to next turn he'll be torching the yeah. So it's brutal stuff. Unfortunately, we tried to put together a list that we thought would give the Tau a good match, and I think Darren got very unlucky with some dice rolls. Couple of decisions that maybe you might have made differently. As we said, first turn was pretty crucial, and Magnus really needed to get in amongst it, and he didn't quite make it, which probably was your downfall. I think if he managed to survive and get in there and start slicing up people, that would have made a big difference. I think the FAQ and the beta rules, meaning that those 1,000 Suns couldn't come down first turn and started killing my my Fire Warriors, also hurt you quite a lot. But I think you gave it all you could. Any kind of regrets, any kind of things you wish you had done different?
The only thing I would have probably done differently would maybe been Warp Time Magnus first of all. That would have maybe changed a bit of it. See, we know we could have took the Overwatch from everything, so that could have changed a lot of it. I don't think there's much more I could have really done. Even if I was more, offensive with the cultists, that'd give me more of a bubble wrap. But the problem is, if I'd had any ejectives back there, then I'd have been.
Yeah, and the Leviathan just going down to that stratagem hurt you as well. Yeah. If you've got another turn of him, he's still pretty good even with 1 wound. You would have done some work with him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if I could have kept him just alive 1 more turn, I could have got
extra wounds back. Yeah.
That's if I got the Psychic spell off.
Yeah.
I've got to get the Psychic spell off. So that could have changed things with the Leviathan. But other than that, no, I'm pretty happy with the way it went. I think I held out quite pretty well. I killed what? Not 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
8 units.
Yeah, I think you did well. I mean, you I think you're currently, particularly on kill point job, you're beating me. But the problem is, I'm starting to clear you on Maelstrom, and you're running out of units.
But,
so
yeah,
you
so
know.
even having with First Blood, you know, you're going to go hunt. As you said, you're going to go hunting with him.
Yeah.
So the cults are not really going to survive.
I'm likely to probably table you, with the exception of probably the horrors down in the cultists in the far corner. They might survive, stopping you from being tabled, but
that's not enough to.
It's not enough,
to
and you're not going to be able to
unfortunately.
do any damage really now. So, but thank you very much, Darren. It was a good game.
As always, Hobby was the winner.
The Hobby was the winner. Look at that lovely lefty handshake. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do click the like button and stay tuned for some more battle reports on their way soon. See you later, guys. Bye for now.